Hi, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We are continuing The Legend of Korra. This is Book 3, Chapter 4, titled In Harm's Way. That could be a very fitting title, because a lot of people, or at least like from the end of the last episode, Kai, him getting snatched up by the Dai Li inside of Ba Sing Se, and whatever the Earth Queen is planning with an airbender army. So yeah, he's definitely in harm's way there. I'm sure a lot more is going to happen inside of that still very, very corrupt city. And then we also have another thing going on the side with Zuko, Lord Zuko, who made his way to the Northern Water Tribe and is, just waiting for Sahir and the others to show up to bust out this last person who is a firebender who can do the thing with their mind that we saw Combustion Man do. Almost said Sparky Sparky Boom Man again, because it's just...
You can just do that.
I can just do that. It's just, makes me think of Sokka, and I do miss Sokka once in a while, and his silly hijinks, and his weird and wonderful names that he came up with. But first off, before we get into the episode, we did promise to address if there were any other questions or comments about the previous episode, because we kind of put that post out on Patreon a little late. And it's just one question here from Austin D that he didn't get to put in there before we watched the episode last time. And that is, what do you think of the new Korra and Asami partnership? That's actually something that we commented a little bit on, or something that we're enjoying so far. And they're messing with Mako a little bit and definitely seems like they're enjoying it. And just what happened between Asami and Mako and Korra and Mako, it's kind of uniting Korra and Asami a little bit. And yeah, I like seeing that, and it seems like they're just becoming really, really good friends. So that is a lot of fun.
And I have a very strong opinion upon what's it called? Like 3 triangle drama? What is it called?
Oh yeah, whatever has been going on between them, and then like Korra kissed Mako when he was.
But I mean, like in general, like.
Yeah. I know. I know.
So I have a very
strong opinion
on that. So for me, it was just great to see that they're actually able to be good friends and even like become better friends over this, and it's really nice, and I think that's very mature of
Korra and Asami.
Yeah, and like the writers, like it's at least it's something that's very nice to aspire to for a teenager thing, that they still could be friends after stuff like this happens.
Yeah, and also they're still trying to be friends with Mako. Like, he's the only one who's really awkward about this whole thing. But thank you, Austin, for that question. Are you ready to jump into this one? Yes. All right, let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions, where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows we're doing, including The Legend of Korra, where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And let's go. Oh, is that her? Yeah, okay. We just didn't get to see her entire face last time.
The only thing I saw was a snowstorm heading our way.
That's not a snowstorm. That's him.
Has Tanrak dealt with him before? Dealt with them? Straight into the action.
Here, and I'm going to do it again.
Oh, okay, so yeah, he put him away.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, damn. That was quick. Okay, she's got that third eye thing as well.
Yeah.
I've waited 13 years to feel the swarm.
Oh shit. He's gonna take down a dragon? Come on, Zuko.
I thought I'd never see you again.
I never doubted.
Really? Right now?
Huh, okay, that was just very quick and easy for them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were gonna be more well prepared for.
I love you both. Come visit again.
We will, Grandma.
And Meng Meng, and Chow Jr., and there he is, Big T, and Little T, and Medium U, and...
Medium? He did
I know that Earth Queen is lying to me.
remember many of the names.
Whoa, hey, I think I could use a break. You letting off steam is starting to
Hurt?
hurt.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Grandma Tears, Mako Scarf, Earth Queen, lying.
Can you interpret that?
The Earth Queen's been secretly taking airbenders and forcing them into her army.
I swear, the next time I see her,
It's the Queen.
Quick, Pabu,
What were you saying?
I know. Sorry. Kinda sweaty.
Oh yeah, no animals.
Is there an animal in my presence? No.
Oh, she's actually allergic.
He's surprisingly difficult to catch. Like a little greased hog monkey.
but what if he was? We just need to figure out where to look.
I bet they're under Lake Laogai. What? I've been reading some of Janora's books.
I can project my spirit into it.
Oh.
Oh.
You mean that out-of-body thing you did to help giant spirity Korra? You can still do that?
Yeah, you
It's
can.
not as powerful as it was during harmonic convergence.
Let's go get Kai out. Let's get all the airbenders out.
Damn, Janora.
Never show mercy. Now attack your opponent, and this time, like you mean it.
Sorry,
A soldier never apologizes to his enemy.
I'm not a soldier.
You will be when I'm through with you.
Did she do it?
Yep.
Oh. It is pretty much underwater.
There has to be another way to locate them.
Maybe there is. How did you find me during harmonic convergence?
I think our spiritual connection led me to you.
Maybe you can find Kai the same way. I know you two have a connection.
What do
You
call
what?
a connection?
Just a dad being a dad.
Yeah.
If you have time to help your friend, maybe you're not getting enough rocks for yourself.
Aren't you supposed to help your
Teammates.
or whatever you want to call it? Especially if you're supposed to be soldiers, you should look out for your fellow
You're not
soldiers.
as good as you thought.
Throw him in the hole.
Oh!
Yikes.
Nora? It worked! We're going to get you all out of here. Where are we anyway? Underground somewhere. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Janora, thanks.
So you can still blush when in spirit form.
Well,
Then all we'll need is 12 tons of blasting jelly, a medium-sized bulldozer, and does anyone have a badger mole that knows Morse code?
he sounded a lot like Egan.
Oh yeah, the Olsen Gang. It's a series of Danish movies.
Oh, you're just fat. Not sweaty, but
What?
hi.
Lynn? What are you doing here?
We need to get Korra out of here immediately. Her life's in danger.
What?
Oh,
What's going on?
How is that possible?
Because Zahir is an airbender now.
No.
All right. Hold on.
Will you quit ignoring me and tell me what's going on?
plots are converging.
Shortly after we found out you were the Avatar, Zahir and 3 others attempted to kidnap you. Luckily, your father, Lord Zuko, Chief Sokka, and I were there to stop them.
So that's why you and my dad sheltered me away.
It was for your own safety.
Aang had nothing to do with it back then. He was already gone.
To this day, no one knows what their motive was.
Now we need to get you back to Republic City where I can protect you.
I came here for one thing, to find airbenders, and I'm not leaving without them.
Fine. Let's get them and get out of here. Where are they?
In a military compound, and we're busting them out.
Okay, but
could use your help.
Better hurry then. Yeah.
You shouldn't be walking around here all alone.
I'm not alone.
What's going on? Who are you?
I'm the Avatar, and I'm getting you all out of here.
Topside, this is Papa Bear. The breezies are in the hold. Cue the balloons.
What? Are you in trouble?
No, we got the airbenders who are headed out. Bring the airships. No one likes code names.
Aw.
Come on, we're getting you out.
Kai! Mwah.
Okay.
Oh, Tenzin's not gonna be happy about
No.
Then don't tell him.
How can I not? This is too juicy.
Dude.
Dude.
Oh, we can't stay mad at you.
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
There's
Mako
a lot of
can.
money in that wallet.
Deserting Her Majesty's army is high treason, punishable by death.
Please tell me they're going to be able to at least just fight those Dai Li agents off.
Come on, it's clear.
And not... Okay.
If you disobey me, I will bear down on you with the entire force of my kingdom.
Nice.
Yeah.
So much airbending. Okay, phew. I was afraid they just got caught or something.
Yeah.
It might still happen, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Come on, Kai. Nice.
I guess I am as good as I thought.
Oh, it was that guy.
Boogie!
Nice.
Take down those airships!
Not nice.
Where are the others?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Whoa, that was awesome!
Bring me
They
those
did it.
airships now!
I was wondering about the fur.
Yeah, we know the air bisons, they shed a lot. Sometimes at least.
You are no longer anyone's property. What path you decide is up to you.
I want to go with you.
Me too. Count me in.
I want
I'll
to
go
go too.
too.
Me
It
too.
sounds
I
like
want to
fun.
go too.
He's so happy.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Give them the choice.
You did well, Korra.
This is only the beginning.
Oh, there's a lot of feelings.
Oop, and that was the end. That felt like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, a lot happened. So that might be why. It's just very fast paced.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. There we go. Chapter 4, In Harm's Way. That got resolved rather quickly-ish, you know, with the whole Queen has captured the airbenders and trying to make an airbender army. I thought maybe that was going to continue for a few episodes more than this or longer than this, but as we also said, like, there is a lot going on. There's a lot to be resolved. And
yeah, but it just like if you just put it in there for 1 to 2 episodes, it feels like there have to be some sort of bigger plan with those airbenders.
And I think what's going to carry over from that into the future of the series is the fact that they crossed the Earth Queen. And she even said, I'm gonna like bear down on you with my like everything I have, my entire kingdom. I'm gonna come after you if you take my airbenders away, my elite army, even though they weren't, you know, like that elite just yet, but they had already learn some stuff, and Kai can definitely already handle himself. And it was cool seeing so many airbenders together using their powers at once, because that's something we've never seen in this series before, like multiple airbenders, or that many at least, just airbending at once. So that was quite cool, and nice to see that they were able to rescue them. And that was also some team, that moved in, all of our heroes together pretty much, and with Lynn coming there to help. Or that wasn't why she came there. It was actually to warn Korra about what happened at the beginning of the episode. And
that was also very quickly resolved.
Holy moly. It was like, I thought they were going to be also more prepared for that. Like Zuko and Tonraq and the others, Esna and Deska. Like they did put up a fight, but it didn't seem like it was...
Desna and Eska?
Eska and Desna? What did I say? Eska and...
Deska and Esna?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's hard with those names.
The siblings. They did put up a fight, definitely. But it seemed very easy for them to just rescue the last person there. And Minghua, she just went like straight down there, got her out, and then up, and they were gone. And then they were just kissing a little bit, which... we know that they were together. They mentioned that she was Sahir's girlfriend.
But we still don't have a name, right?
I think we do. It's just we're bad at... They mentioned it one time, but I promise we're going to get to remember all four of them at some point. I think it's Sahir, Ghassan, Minghua, and then the last one, I pay something... feel free to tell us in the comments, and then hopefully next time we'll remember them. Or maybe not next time, because we're gonna jump straight into the next episode. But yeah, that was quick, and we still don't know their motive, but no one does.
No, not even the people who defeated them 13 years ago.
Yes, which we kind of assumed that Aang might have had something to do with it, but nope. He was already gone by then. Mm-hmm. And they were trying to kidnap the new Avatar, Korra, and didn't get to do that because Zuko and Tonraq and Sokka kind of they stopped them, they foiled them. I don't know if Lin Beifang, was she involved in that as well? A bunch of people, at least. They managed to imprison them back then, and have been trying to question them for 13 years, and they've got nothing out of them, absolutely nothing. So yeah, that remains a mystery, what their true motive is. And I'm really curious about that. What do they really want? And how and why are they so damn powerful? How did they even, meet up? Why are they a group? Is it just because, hey, they realized there were some of the most powerful criminals in the world and let's team up? Or was it... It might have been Sahir that kind of...
Yeah, and he has a vision. And we've heard from... it's one of the things we heard before we started Korra, is that this series has some great villains.
Yeah.
In the way that they are not black and white. They're actually quite of a gray area. They are...
you can see where they're coming from a lot of the time.
Yeah,
the most two-dimensional we've had so far was... clearly Unalaq from last season, but before that Aman was more of a...
Yeah, exactly. And I'm very interested in seeing just what their motive is then, since if they're supposed to be good villains with a deeper meaning, a more three-dimensional in a way, then I'm looking very much forward to...
Yeah, because Sahir mentioned that him getting airbending and them being able to do what they're doing now, it seems like their cause is a righteous one. So they are believers in some way, and they definitely believe that what they are doing is the right thing. And those villains are the most dangerous, but also the most interesting, I think.
Yeah, so maybe they think that because I think they mentioned that they want the Avatar to be gone. So maybe they want to some way restore balance in that regard to the world. I don't know. Or,
yeah.
Because we know Zahir he seems pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And the way he talked about like when he got powers.
Yeah.
And the way that
scene.
he talked about and he talked about like how it was, he felt like it was no coincidence that it was like the cosmos or the universe was kind of picking him.
Yeah.
So maybe there is because he's devout in his devout. Yeah, devout in his beliefs. That maybe it's something to do with that, like cosmic.
Serving a greater purpose in some way.
Yeah.
Definitely. We did put up, of course, some posts on Patreon a little late as usual, but people have still managed to post some questions and comments about this one. I'm gonna let you read them because that worked out pretty well last time.
Okay, so from Eric Fielmich. Fielmich? Sorry. Hi, Kat and Sonny. I have 2 questions. One, in this episode, we see that Sahir, Ghassan, and Minghua bring Pei out of her jail cell.
Pei, okay, yeah.
What do you think this group is trying to achieve?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's exactly what we just talked about.
Yes. So that's the answer to that question right there. And we don't know, but we find it very intriguing and can't wait to dive more into that.
Perhaps it's something with cosmic energies or...
Yes, that would also be very cool to get some more information on that whole thing. And maybe that will explain some things that happened at the end of book 2 that maybe weren't explained in detail. But yeah, we'll see.
Maybe, yeah.
And he had another question?
We now know that the Earth Queen wants to create an elite airbending army. What do you think she wants to use them for? We also talked about that a little bit, right?
Yeah, or maybe not like why she wanted an elite army and what her goal really is, and just maybe how dangerous she is. We know that she's mad at Zuko and Aang for like taking some of her kingdom and building Republic City, and doesn't really recognize any other leaders, it seems like, besides herself. And yeah, that could mean that maybe she's getting ready to try to invade the rest of the world, and she's gonna become like the new Fire Nation in a way, like how the Fire Nation was behaving in the 100-Year War.
Maybe.
But yeah, I'm afraid of like what she might do, because she has a lot. Like her kingdom is vast. I'm sure she has a big army. She has the Dai Li with her, so she can become quite the threat moving forward as well. And is she going to team up with Sahir and the others? Are they going to align themselves there, or are we going to get 2 like opposing like villain forces as well? That could also be very interesting to see what happens if they butt heads. Like if the Earth Queen does something that is going to interfere with what Sahir and the others are doing, or vice versa. That's a lot of potential story there.
Yeah. And then we have one from Austin D.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Korra and her story/character this season so far?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any specific questions about this episode, since it was mostly just insanely good action sequences.
Yeah.
So I figured an update about our main character would be fun.
Yeah. I like that she is focusing on the whole airbending aspect of it, and she wants to help Tenzin. And she still has that side to her where she'll get sort of like angry and aggressive if things aren't going her way, like how she was very annoyed with the Earth Queen, which I also totally understand why. But she has a lot of good people around her, and she's just learning a lot, and her newfound like partnership there kind of with Asami and how they're bonding. It's just, she keeps on growing, and I think she's doing a good job of what she's doing. And even in the face of like huge consequences, and standing in front of like the Earth Queen herself, who's telling her, you are not allowed to do this, by my laws at least, or in this country, and I'm gonna come after you with everything I got. Like she's still steadfast and still, no, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna, because this is not balance. We need to restore the Air Nation, because that's bringing balance right now, at least. Yeah, sorry, did I?
No, it was like the way that you misspoke. Air Nation. It was like you were almost saying anus.
Yeah, anus.
And I'm sorry, I'm literally 12 years old. Apparently, no, I'm not literate, but yeah.
In your head,
apparently,
sometimes.
It seems like I never grew past 12 years inside my head.
I think we all have that when we hear
certain words. Yeah,
certain words.
I still think farts are funny.
So do I.
Yeah, but they are like, well, they are funny. It's like, you can't, like, not all the time, but like once in a while, it's farts.
Yeah.
So what was I saying? I completely lost it. Yeah, well, I think Korra has done a lot of growth as well. Especially the way that she was, as you said, like she was very steadfast and like doing the right thing, even though that it might potentially risk or put her in a risk of danger in regards to Sahir and everything.
Yeah,
and also just Lin being like, okay, fine, then we'll bust them out of here, and then
we'll do it. Like she's making compromises and also listening a lot to the people around her.
Yeah, and the way that she was just it was the right thing that she was doing, and she even kind of told people or told the Earth Queen, like, yeah, this is not a choice. They have to come by choice. You can't just force someone.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of growth coming from
That's something they learned just from the episode before this, or the episodes before, when they were trying to go out in the world and gather up the airbenders, and they were maybe approaching that in the wrong way. Now they've already learned something. And that was beautiful scene there when they gave them the choice in the end, and they decided to go. Yeah, I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah, that's exactly what's coming. Sorry, I just wanted to. Okay, so Lucas asks, how do you feel about Tenzin's growth this episode? He began his search for new airbenders by trying to force his culture onto them. But in the end, he allows the airbenders to make their own decision about their life. What do you think led to this change in mindset?
Well, exactly what they've just been through, and also how they just saw the Earth Queen forcing these new airbenders to become part of something and going against their will and not giving them the choice, and maybe what can come of that. So yeah, I think he learned from that and learned from his own mistakes, his own approach there at first, and giving them the choice to come with him to the Northern Air Temple, I think it was. At least, yeah, to learn how to become air nomads. And I'm curious then, like when they get there, how adamant he's going to be about like preserving things the way that they were when they were air nomads, or if he's gonna still try to do it in a new way, or like modernize it and not be as strict with some things, and they don't necessarily have to shave their heads and get the tattoos and eat the same diet. I don't know if he's gonna hold true to that, or if he's going to be more flexible. That's yet to be seen. But at least where he is now, that's there's some growth in there.
Yeah. And especially what made the change, I don't know. I think maybe just having Kai around.
Yeah.
And just thinking about it when they had the conversation, like you can't force, or I think it was one of the airbenders were like, but this is not my life. Like being an air nomad is not my life. My life is here in the Earth Kingdom with my family.
Oh yeah,
and maybe that set something in motion within him, because of course he is he has a family as well, and maybe he would, like, if somebody came and told him this is your life, maybe he would like put it into context to himself and be like, but I have a responsibility. I have like 4 kids and one of them is brand new, and don't get me started on that one, but he would, I still think that he would at least be able to see it from someone else's perspective, that just because that suddenly you get this power and you get all of this cultural significance all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Then you can just you have to be able to choose it yourself.
Yeah, you can't just uproot yourself. It's a new situation that you're gonna have to adapt to, both as like the new airbenders, but also Tencent, who's trying to like rebuild the Air Nation. It can't just be done in the same way, and you have to give people the choice.
And maybe he even saw with the Queen what the Queen did, that she took them by force or by legality, or what you legally she took them, because it was in the jurisdiction to actually do that. So maybe that also put something in emotion, like, okay, so what she did here, that was by force. Maybe I was doing kind of the same, not necessarily as harsh, but like at least I'm trying to force upon something. I'm trying to force upon. Oh, wow, that's hard to say. Force something upon others, and it's not a choice anymore. And of course, it's not as bad, but at least.
Yeah, and I might have, quote unquote, the right to do this in a certain way, because that's how it used to be. And if you were an airbender, then you had to be part of the air nomad nation and culture, just the same way that the Earth Queen thinks that, you know, it's her, not her responsibility maybe, but it's legal for her. Like, they are inside of her kingdom, and she can just, Boomy said it, like, she can technically do that. Like, she can prescribe anyone that's inside of her kingdom to join her army. That's conscribe. Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting. It definitely is. Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. Okay, then the last one from Nevik. How do you feel about Sahir's group? I've always loved the dynamic, and we got a bit of that in the brief moments of this episode. What do you think about the way they act in those quiet moments, like in the car?
That was just one very quiet moment there. So we haven't really gotten a lot of that interaction just yet. Like, everything with them has been more action oriented, and them just talking about they have some sort of plan, or they're going to rescue the others. But now that they've done that, and they are all four of them together, I'm sure we're gonna get to know them better as well. But there was some banter there, like when Meng Hua, she went in and rescued Pei, yeah. Paley said something about, you're just showing off, or something, which she definitely did. And that's also something that we haven't really addressed yet. And I know some people out there might have been a bit disappointed that we didn't talk about their powers in detail, and how awesome they are at bending, and what they can do, and how it's different. Well, we kind of did at one point, and then had to cut some of it away just because of a little misunderstanding. But what Meng Hua can do with, like, not having any arms, but still being able to bend the way that she can, and using the water to her advantage, and making up for her not having arms, is quite something to behold. And how she can take on very powerful benders we've seen before. Gassan, I think that was his name, when he was breaking out at first, from his wooden cell, how he was spinning the earth around so fast that it, like, caught on fire, like the friction or something must have made it almost, like, so hot that he got that, spinning fire thing going on. And that's at least a sort of bending we haven't seen before. And then, of course, Pei Li, who's doing the combustion thing that we have seen before, which is very powerful, and can even defeat a dragon almost. Like, holy shit. I'm just amazed and kind of scared of how powerful they really are, because it seems like Zuko and the others were absolutely no match for them. No match at all. And we still have Sahir, who's so good at the airbending stuff and creating the storm when they were coming in. Like, he must really have been there, like, mentally before he got the powers, and also have been able to maybe practice a bit in his cell. I don't know how that works, but he's just so good at it. I don't know if you can hear all the noise going on, but of course, like, it's been quiet the entire day before we got, like, when we got ready to film this, and now when we sit down and ready to film and talk about stuff, people have been moving stuff around and sawing and like, I don't know, building furniture, it sounds like. And now there's a party going on or something. A lot of people upstairs. So sorry if you can hear any of that.
I feel like there was some sort of, even though it was banter, it was still, I don't know why, but I feel like this group is, I feel like there's a lot of love in a way in the group. Like, I don't know, I just felt like there was at least some sort of warm companionship, whereas I often feel like bad guys are often, when they have like groups, they're often portrayed and like they have some sort of like strained relationship to each other, and they're more connected by like
the fact they have
emotional abuse
yeah.
and like power and like manipulation and stuff like that. And but it seems different, this one. I don't know if I'm just completely wrong of it, because it's like minimal what we've had with those people, but it just feels like they're a lot warmer in a way, if you could say.
I think maybe we're gonna get to like them a little bit, like their characters and their interactions. And there's that whole thing again with, you know, agreeing with the villains maybe, or going like, oh, I can see where you're going with this. And maybe what they are trying to do is, quote unquote, not that bad, but it's going to be bad for the people that we know already.
Or the way they're supposed to do it, or like the way they're carrying it out. I don't know how to executing it. It's just too extreme or something like that. It's
but maybe I have a feeling that maybe we're gonna like them in some way, and their interactions as a group.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, actually, right this moment I got one more.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's from Spencer Hahn, and he said, do you relate any of the political situation to the spiritual shift from the end of book 2, the severing of the Avatar connection and the dawn of a more modern age? It seems that the world and the characters in it, specifically Tenzin, I think, are having to become dynamic and by accepting change, their surroundings and the people around them. And I wonder if there's a symbolic connection to the ending of the last season.
Oh yeah, that's a big question. Definitely, like the world is changing and changes are coming. Like that's the whole name of the theme of this book, at least. We haven't seen, like, beyond Republic City, we haven't seen like the whole spirit side of things that much since then, because it doesn't seem like it's like there are spirits in Ba Sing Se.
There are spirits in Ba Sing Se.
but maybe we'll get to that point. But it's difficult to say right now, because the whole situation in Ba Sing Se is, while familiar, it's in this timeline or in this time period right now is new to us. So we don't know for how long things have been going this way, and with the Earth Queen. But yeah, it does seem like things are changing a lot.
Yeah, and that's like the premise of life, and that's the premise of like development. It's like you have to change, you have to adapt, you have to be dynamic, because you always run into some certain problems, and the only way that you can actually move forward is by adapting and evolve with the surroundings and the situation. That's like the basis of evolution, right? Like the better you are at adapting, the better your conditions. I can't find the right words for it, but like the better possibilities you have to have a greater life, or at least
I think it depends on it. It's a difficult topic to get into, definitely, because there's always going to be pushback against the changes, and if things are going in a way where, no, it was so nice and comfy before, and like the way we were living life before, but it's moving in a different direction, and sometimes people will feel the need to, push back against whatever is coming that's new or changing in the world. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot of that in this series as well, and that we've already seen some of. And we still just connecting it to the end of the last book with the harmonic convergence, and how that has and the decision that Korra made with including the spirits into the world, how that has changed a lot, and how people are getting the airbending. Like, we still haven't gotten that explained fully. Is it because of that, or it seems like it is because of that, but what exactly happened and why did it happen? Is it a balance thing, or
yeah,
what
maybe
is
it
Yeah.
is like with the harmonic convergence, something happened and there has been like an imbalance in the elements, like with the benders and everything. So maybe the harmonic convergence actually released some of that
airbending power or something.
Yeah, whatever. And because of like there has to be like cosmic balance and everything hasn't been. That's what happened, and it unlocked
something. It's yeah. There's so much to think about and get into at this point in the story, and taking into consideration everything that happened before. But I think for now, at least, we enjoyed this episode a lot. It moved fast, and we are just ready to get into the next one and the next and the next and see what's going to happen. But that's going to do it for this reaction and review of The Legend of Korra, Book 3, Chapter 4, In Harm's Way. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.